just, well, I'll probably explain why. Obviously, when we went from the plastic pouches to the new bags, they also changed over the type of sugar that they used in Pinter. And some of us, not everybody, was under the opinion that the beers changed ever so slightly. Now this particular one is undercover copper, which I don't think they actually do anymore. But yeah, nice, perfectly acceptable. Don't get me wrong, so were the other beers, perfectly acceptable, but they seem to lose a bit of their character, not only in colour and what we would refer to as mouthfeel, but also in taste as well. They just lacked a bit of character. So it all went a bit quiet. Pinter expanded into the US, and I wish them all the best with that. But there was also a bit of discussion with Pinter that they listened to. I mean, they spoke to various people in the community and we expressed our concerns and they listened. And lo and behold, I thought, this is actually not bad, this undercover cover. Dead on. So, one of the ones that was a victim per se was one of the old school staples, which was Public House. So when all else was going wrong, you always fell back on Public House because you knew what to expect. So it had lost a bit of its character. So we now have the new and improved Public House. So we're going to get this on and have a look at it. Now, everything has been sterilised. I'm going to use an ice spindle, which is about here somewhere. But one thing I would say you should always use, and I've seen a lot of that. I mean, a lot of the new guys who maybe got their Pinters over the Christmas and various times when they're on sale in Tesco's and stuff, and they won't have seen my videos. So this is a must. I don't care how big your biceps are or how much you like to shake it, every single brew, and yes, this has been sterilised, as has this, every single brew should be stirred, in my opinion, in a mixing jug first. Feel free to shake it again when it's in your pinter, but always do it in a mixing jug first. So let's have a look at the consistency of this. Oh, okay. It's darker for a start off. I did really quite a lot darker than the previous one. It's, once I put the bag in, I'll lift this up and I'll show you why you mix it in a mixing jug, because this is blatantly obvious. Because even like, I don't know what this, I'm not too sure if the ABV's changed at all, but it's probably in around 4%. So it's not one of the stronger ones. Obviously, the stronger it is, usually the thicker the contents of the bag are, because there's more sugar in it. It just generates a bit thicker. But this new one, I will squeeze out the contents a little more. But look, so that has separated out to half water, half mix. So give it a good, and there's a bit of resistance there, so yeah, you probably could shake it long enough to get it to dissolve, but it's clinging to the side of the jug, so we will leave that there. Make sure that the dials are all closed, because I've done it before. Left the dial open and it has leaked out on the tablecloth, hence why there's a tablecloth underneath. So I'm going to pour probably about half of that in. Give this one last mix. Pop that in there because it's sterilised anyway. Also, the water I'm using is just ordinary tap water, left for a week or so at room temperature to let the chlorine sort of naturally settle out of it, and also to bring up the room temperature. I've also put the yeast and a little tiny bit of brewing sugar into this cup, again sterilised. To just give it a kickstart. Left it at room temperature for a while. Give it another little stir. Got an echo out of the pinter there, which is nice. So put that in. Throw my yeast in. And there we go, folks. So top it up with water. I'm going to give this another little squeeze out, just to make sure it's all in. Pop in the ice spindle. Give it a good, not pop in the ice spindle. Give it a good shake first, then open it, and then put the ice spindle in last. And then, in about 2 seconds in this video, we'll do a taste test and we'll see what we think of the new improved recipe for Public House IPA. Guys, we'll see you in a minute. And again, thanks for watching. Hi Pint Folk, welcome back. This is the moment of truth. And we're feeling a bit more upbeat. The orchid is flowering in the background, the nights are getting longer, everything's good in the world once again. So, I didn't show you the undock, I didn't take a picture. I sort of wish I had have done, because when we went to undock, oh, and by the way, yes, as I said, there was an ice spindle in this. So after 3 days, it was bubbling like mad, even on the second night. After 3 days, and I mean 3 days, it was 92% attenuated, and I had already reached an ABV of 4, just over, slightly over 4.5. And it's only supposed to be 4.2, I think, Public House is. So definitely the ABV's on par. Obviously there's a little bit of a fudge factor with the ice spindle, but it's going to be over anyway, the ABV. So I thought, right, 92%, don't want it to be brewed to death, so we actually took it off early, undocked it. The trub was really good. This is the most impressive trub, and lots of spent yeast. There was a 2-day cold crash at the end of that, but to have that much yeast come out was pretty impressive, and it looked quite fizzy. So we're going to get on to the important bit now, which is obviously the test. Now, oh yeah, oh, it is quite fizzy. And of course, for the first 1 or 2, always out of fresh brew, I would always use a non-engraved or nucleated glass, whatever you want to call it, because your first pint's out. I mean, it's the standard sort of bottle of Coke in the fridge scenario. First couple are going to be fizzy. Once you've pulled off a couple of drinks and put it back in the fridge, it will tend to flatten out a bit. But I'm going to have them to go here really slow. But colour looks good. For starters, it's supposed to be, I find that the more recent Public House had got very pale, more like some of the house pale that they did, which wasn't like the original Public House was. But this looks a lot better, which is good. And as you can see, I am having to take this very slowly. But that it bodes well that there should be plenty of pressure in the keg, which means that I'll be able to get it all out, which is good. So we'll just wait for the after drip. I'll unplug that plug that is right under the after drip. So there we go. So obviously there's a bit of hazing on the glass because it's straight out of the fridge, it's cold, and it has just dripped on me. But yeah, that looks a bit, certainly a bit darker than the recent ones. So on to the important bit, what you've all been waiting for, and me. Ooh. Okay, that's quite hoppy. Yeah, that's way better, way better. It doesn't smell homebrewy. It smells quite nice. I think a bitterness would obviously wear off after a couple, but that's nice. Mouthfeel's quite much more improved. Yeah, Ooh, yeah, Pinter's done it, yay. This is much more recognisable as Public House compared to the recent ones. They've done a fine job on that. Whether they've added malt to it or not, I don't know, but whatever they've done, certainly got lots more character to it, lots more mouthfeel. ABV's good, you can tell that there's something in it. Even when we slit the pouch, pour it in, definitely more substantial. So now maybe they can get to work on the rest of the ones that had gone a bit samey, a bit yeah, as we like to call it. So guys, thanks for watching. It's good to be back on the channel. A bit more excited about what's got to come in the future. But yes, Public House back on the shopping list. Thanks for watching.